All right, we're back.
Alrighty.
So we were talking about American Dream and what you think about that. So how has the country changed since you were born?
Oh, that's a tough question, Cody. You know, I would say the biggest change probably is society.
In what way?
When I was in the 50s and 60s, it was very much after post World War II. Um, Moms would usually stay home, dads make the living, so we were at home with mom. Um, and then during the 60s and 70s, with the separation of families and divorces and stuff, at first, it seemed like, oh my gosh, nobody goes through this, we're the only ones. But then come to find out as I got in junior high and high school, there's a lot more families going through it. So I would say society, as far as the family structure, has weakened a bit, but yet with certain people holding on to it, that there's areas where it's stronger too. But I think as society overall, the family, the nuclear traditional family has kind of changed a little bit. Not having a draft is a big change since
Vietnam.
I had to worry about that, and just missed it. My number didn't come up the first year, and came within a few of it, but so didn't have to do that. And it's a much more global, everything's so much more global now, instead of just the U.S. Growing up, the Cuban Missile Crisis and Vietnam War, it felt much more like a singular country, where now it's a much more global atmosphere and viewpoint.
What was it like living in the 60s? And I know you were a little bit of a hippie, so.
Oh, we did. It was not, growing into it, it didn't seem like that remote or that foreign, because you just kind of hear about it. The Beatles, Woodstock, the Haight-Ashbury, Timothy Leary, and that it changed me a bunch, and I think it changed society a lot. What was it? I can't remember the saying. Something about drop out. If I can think of it, I'll try to think of it and let you know later. But it changed me a lot, and it changed a lot of, I think, the consciousness of the younger people in the country.
Do you think that affected the American dream and like what people wanted to do, what people wanted in life, like the idealistic, family and secure job and money? Do you think that changed for you in the 60s and living through that?
No, I think that the changes that went on in society were evidence of the American dream, that young people were able to do what they wanted to do, whether it was getting high or doing drugs or going to a commune, or that it was really pursuing part of the American dream of that freedom to do what you want.
So how would you define success?
I think for me, probably one of the biggest things is how many lives I've impacted, made better or impacted in a good way. Whether it would be my kids, family, or anybody outside of that, employees or friends of friends or neighbors. is how many, success to me is really how other people, uh, seeing the things that I've done and do impact people in a positive, beneficial way. And money is not, for me, it was not the goal. It was being able to, like with our employees, helping them to pursue their dreams. I always looked at it that, if you need to take a day off or vacation, don't ask. It's your life. You just tell me the dates you're going to be gone, and if they're in a position of responsibility, you have to take care of those while you're gone. Assign somebody else to it. It's not going to fall back on me, but you can, vacations, that's your life. You go, you have a death in the family, you just go. You have a doctor or dentist appointment, make it, you don't have to ask for permission. It's your life.
That's a good attitude towards your work.
It's helped me attract and keep people for, I've got guys been with me 20 to 25 years. And I always figure it's, we're all working together, and that's my success and reward. Money, we have good years, we have bad years, and money's all right, but it's for me, it's a byproduct, and it's just the people.
So keeping that in mind, would you consider yourself to be a successful person?
Still working on it, but yeah, to this point, but I haven't reached the, not done yet. But yes, so far, I would, but still would like to have more of an impact and think about doing stuff, more charitable stuff, as in the rest of my life, whether it would be going to a different country and doing some stuff, even just go for a few weeks and help on whether it be medical missions or whatever it would be. But yeah, it's to this point, but haven't quite reached the place where I feel it's complete.
How old are you?
You're not supposed to ask that. 59. I'll be 60 this year.
Okay, so do you think that the American dream can be defined by age, and can an older person like yourself, you're not old, but yeah, can you still achieve your dream if you're?
Absolutely. I think in this economy, there's some things that make it more difficult, but there's more opportunities than ever. For small business, if that's what somebody's dream is, or yeah, I think there's plenty of opportunity to me, the American dream is not so, it's not anything specific. It's the opportunity that's available to people in this country to pursue their own dreams. And I think that's kind of how it's grown from the original idea of the American dream, your own home and two cars and a cat and a dog, and I think it's grown into more of an opportunity for people to pursue their dreams, whatever it would be.
So it's more about freedom and independence, like as a person.
Yes.
What advice would you have for younger generations?
Whatever you decide to do, own it. And for good or bad, if you screw up, own it. Don't think you're a victim or blame somebody else. And don't burn the bridges. That's a huge thing. burn bridges
Like with other people and
with other people particularly, because everything is about people in business or in all of life. It's all about people. Without people, whether it be family or strangers, there's really no goal. There's no happiness. So don't burn bridges with people.
all right. Thank you. I think
Like
that's
that,
all
it. I could go on and on. You know me.